Daybreak Tuesday here on iBrandTV Lagos. Now, some experts laud the CBN's move to stop forex sales to the BDCs and her recent decision to clamp down on iBrandTV's website for manipulating the exchange rates. Some other financial experts are of the opinion that the devaluation of the naira was primarily caused by policies and impulsive decisions of the Apex Bank. You'll recall that the World Bank in June this year had blamed the Central Bank of Nigeria's management of the foreign exchange regime as the reason for the FX crisis currently being experienced in the country. Now, to help make sense of these, Olusegun Elemo, a public finance and policy analyst, joins us via phone from Abuja. Good morning, Olusegun, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Good morning, Olusegun. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Beautiful. Now, the naira has continued to depreciate for the 9th month now and counting. What gave rise to this unprecedented free fall of the naira?
Yeah, thank you for the question. You know, it's let me say it's a disappointing situation. You know, that has now affected and is still affecting the purchasing power of the ordinary Nigerian. And what we could say, I mean, at the initial stage, was that the fiscal crisis that the country, you know, went through in 2020 as a result of COVID-19, you know, was part of the catalyst responsible for the devaluation of the currency. Recall that at the time we were not even earning anything at all. If we were earning anything, you know, for instance, at the time there was no demand for our crude. The global economy was, you know, literally shut down. And at that time, you know, crude was even selling, you know, $10 per barrel. But that's all gone now. Today, the crude, you know, our crude is selling for more than $70 per barrel. And we're doing, for instance, the second quarter, and even I think the third quarter of this year, we're pumping more than 1.2 million barrels per day. So even though that's not sufficient, because ordinarily, you know, our quota from OPEC used to be 2.2, 2.3 million barrels per day. But you know, because OPEC itself is trying to see how it can you know, stabilize the crude oil market, you know, globally. So there has to be some cuts from all OPEC members, including Nigeria. So you know that somehow, you know, gave rise to the shortage of FX inflow into the country, because as you know, crude oil is our mainstay when it comes to FX. So that, you know, was largely responsible for FX you know, inflow shortfall, and that, you know, has now resulted in the kind of intervention that CBN provides to the market. But there are other parameters, like I always say, not just what we get from crude. I think there are other issues, underlying issues that is responsible for this. And I believe that the responsibility of the Monetary Policy Authority is to look at those underlying issues and know exactly where the problem lies and hit it right on the head.
All right, now why the Central Bank of Nigeria is blaming Aboki FX and is trying to, alleging that the publisher Adetotun is publishing manipulative rates, and some local newspapers rely on his publishing for more information. Why the World Bank is blaming don't forget in June the World Bank blamed the Central Bank for mismanagement of that area, and maybe the policies and their impulsive decision by the Apex Bank as the cause for this. So between Aboki FX and now the Central Bank is blaming Aboki FX, the World Bank is blaming the Central Bank. Who really do you think is to blame for the, you know, the rise, the crash of the naira and the rise in the dollar?
Yeah, well, I think, you see, it is still this sense of irresponsibility, of not wanting to be responsible, you know, for your actions. I think that there's no sense in this blame game arrangement. I think the monetary policy authority should accept responsibility for whatever is going on in the market today. And whether they decide to go after Aboki FX or not, it's not an issue. In fact, if they go after Aboki FX, what would be their case against Aboki FX? That the publisher has contravened any law in the country, like the CBN governor I heard him speak, that it's only the central bank that is the statutory body to determine the exchange rate between the dollar or between naira and other foreign currencies. Yes, it is true, but they could have a case in that the central bank now could have a case in that the methodology for arriving at the rate that is published on Aboki FX, what are the researches that are carried out, who are the respondents, who are the participants in the research, and are these researches conducted on a daily basis to determine the rates, or these are just rough estimates, which on one side feeds on publicity by the mainstream on the social media. And then, because ordinary Nigerians like you and I and market players naturally go to that platform to be able to know how to deal when it comes to FX. So the central bank would have some points, but not entirely. Like you mentioned, the World Bank also accused the central bank of multiple exchange rates that may have also resulted to where we are today. I, for one, believe that there was a way that the central bank could have responsibly managed this crisis. For instance, the idea of not selling FX to BDCs again, I don't think that is the solution. I don't think that is the main solution. That could have been a part of the solution, but that's not the main solution. I think that the central bank itself is not in control of the market. And even relying on the financial service sector, which are the main commercial banks, now to help stabilize the market, is not yielding results. So the central bank needs to take responsibility for it and look inwards and know exactly what is the problem. Because as of today, the bank itself has not been able to say this is the problem we have at hand when it comes to FX. You recall that they also went after some fintech businesses recently, and we thought that going after those fintech operators would have brought some stability into the market, but unfortunately they are going after Aboki FX now. So who else will they go after? And is this a trial and error approach, or there is some analytical measures that have been put in place in understanding what the crisis is, what the problem is, and laying this problem on the head? So I believe that the central bank needs to look inward and take responsibility for the crisis we're in. They are the strategic body for managing these monetary issues, and they need to be responsible for that. All right.
Now, Olusegun, would you now say that the central bank, in banning the Aboki FX, the decision was rather too hasty? That the Apex Bank should have probably taken or followed a kind of due process before finally, clamping down on Aboki FX?
No, certainly, let's be clear with ourselves. This central bank will have today, I don't know what kind of due process it does follow, but I know that even in implementing monetary policies, there are legal routes. There are legal routes. But central bank, we cannot undermine the regulatory powers of the Apex Bank. And it has the authority to regulate the market. And it can issue policies and directions in exercising that authority. And that cannot be questioned at all. But like I said, is that this doesn't seem to be a last resort. Every decision that the bank has taken in the last 6 months, it appears to be a trial and error approach. You would expect that the Apex Bank that has that kind of powers and that kind of authority would be able to assess the situation critically and know exactly what the problem is and lay it on the head. Not just saying, people
But then,
the governor today that it appears that this is the problem, and the governor just takes a decision in that regard. And another person comes tomorrow and says, because that is not the problem, it appears this is the problem, and the governor, swings in this direction again. How do you have a central bank moving like that?
But then, Olusegun, the central bank governor, Godwin Emefiele, said the activities of Aboki FX has been monitored by the central bank for the past 2 years. So, looking at it from another angle, do you think this decision is really hasty? Because 2 years is a long time to monitor a company to know if it's having illegal activities or not. So, this is another angle differently now.
So you have been monitoring somebody for 2 years. So you are telling me now that it took you 2 years to act. That's what you're saying. I mean, we have been having this crisis for how long? This FX crisis, we have been having for how long? So why did you go after the fintech operators when you knew Aboki FX was also in the crypto? Why did you go after all of them at once? I mean, the governor can say whatever it is he wants to say. Yes, he's still on seat today, and he probably has a few years more to be on that seat. But like I said, he is also responsible for the crisis we have today. If the market itself, the rates you are having, if the CBN is having the 411, 412 in the IRE window, and it is not reflective of the market today, I mean, that is just the truth. So if the CBN is keeping that rate that is not reflective of the current state of the economy, then who do you blame for that? Are you going to blame Aboki FX for keeping a rate that you know is not reflective of the current situation of the economy? And the World Bank has also raised issues around that you cannot maintain multiple exchange rates and not expect that people will take advantage of, will not take advantage of the situation. The truth is that there are people, in the country today, within the financial service sector, in the industry, that are taking advantage of the situation we're having with multiple exchange rates. And people are, swearing to the bank. So it is not to say that the Aboki FX or whatever, like I said, they can have a case against Aboki FX, and it is valid. Even the Aboki FX has come to say that whatever rate he publishes on his platform, it takes just data from the open parallel market. I don't know whether he sent data analysts or research, folks to the market.
But the central bank is debunking that claim. The central bank is debunking the claim. The central bank is saying that he publishes without relating to the BDCs. The central bank is saying he publishes on his own without even getting information from the BDCs. So,
how can the central bank come to say that what proof do they have? You see, let me tell you something. I can sit in my office today and I have a database of bureau exchange operators, and all I need to do is to sample about 5 or 10 on a daily basis and look at the current. So, how can the central bank saying that he doesn't carry out research? What proof do they have? I am not speaking for Aboki FX, and I am not saying that, and I am not validating Aboki FX, but I am saying that somebody cannot sit in the office in Abuja and say at the FX bank building there and say that someone is not. How do you know? I can sit here in the office where I am, and I have a pool of bureau exchange operators, and all I need to do is to pick a phone call in early in the morning, sometime at noon, and late in the evening, and sample the market and know exactly what the rates are. And I can authoritatively publish those rates. So it's not saying let's not look for solutions where solution does not lie. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That the central bank needs to look inward and know exactly what the problems are. This trial and error approach is not going to help us. We need to know exactly what the problems are and hit it on the head and get us out of this mess.
Okay, now, you've talked about solutions or possible solutions. What steps, short-term steps, should be taken to lift the economy out of its present doldrums?
We need to produce. We need to end up forex away from oil. You see, that is where how is exchange rate determined? It's your production level. It's your production capacity. Your ability to export. What are we exporting today? How much forex are we earning today? As of today, 90% of our FX earnings from oil. And it has been like that for many years. And policymakers, monetary policymakers, and fiscal policymakers are not doing anything about it. They're just sitting on oil, and oil is draining out. And see, we need to tell ourselves the truth. if we must, improve the economy as at today and strengthen the currency, then we need to produce and produce for export and earn more FX away from oil, so that we can diversify our earnings, and then we need to reduce our import appetite.
All right.
You see, everything today is being imported. It's being imported, and that is draining our FX reserve. So if we reduce our import appetite and we're able to export more to earn more for us and diversify our FX earnings, believe me, we're going to strengthen the currency, and then everybody will be happy.
All right. Thank you very much.
Olusegun.
Thank you so much. Okay. That's Olusegun Elemo, public finance and policy analyst there, answering some of the questions put across to him via the phone. Now, we'll take a brief break. When we come back, we'll come up, of course, with the social media bars.